live! Alright. Stream is going. You have some wiggle room for people to start gathering up. And I also have a munchie to snack on. Good, it looks like things updated properly between the games. It was first time actually doing that between switching the games, and so I wanted to make sure that that went well. But it looks like everything went there properly. Alright. Everything's looking good on that end. Yeah, 7 p.m. on a Friday night. It's exactly when you want to be doing a B&E. Oh shoot, the cops. No, actually, we are not talking about a B&E. We are not talking about breaking and entering. Why would we ever be talking about breaking and entering? That is not what we are discussing. B&E refers to bacon and eggs. You're the one who, okay, you're the one who enforces the slime crimes, so technically speaking, in regards to the slime crimes, you are the slime cops. Okay, so in that instance, are you the slime, the court reporter? Slap. But I will take a little bit of a minute because I do have pumpkin muffin to munch on a little bit. The word slofficer is cursed in ways that I cannot possibly comprehend. Yes, we're very mean to you. As you are also mean to me, though. We are mean to each other. You are mean to me in turn. First slime. Is that the first slime crime by someone that is not me? Engaging in the word slofficer? But yes, I have pumpkin muffin that I am munching on. So. Khan's thoughts on cheese are a crime against just creation. I think that's something that all living things can band together against. That's not any one particular. I don't think there's any one particular entity that gets to claim jurisdiction over that, unless it's the thing that, like, you could say humanity because humanity is the one that made the cheese and therefore they get jurisdiction, but I think that's also something that all of you, like, there's also an argument to be made for the cows or the goats or whatever provided the milk that then got made into the cheese and they get jurisdiction over it. And then there's like, well, there's also things that are involved. Then you could talk about the bacteria and things that are involved in the fermentation, and you just get into so many different. What will bring about peace between the various kingdoms of Animalia and by extension, just the domain of eukaryotic organisms and prokaryotic organisms shall be our eternal damnation of one particular person's terrible takes on cheese. But yeah, so how are people doing tonight? Today's gonna be a little bit of a later night. I'm not exactly 100% certain how long this stream is gonna go. I believe I have it set for 3.5 hours, but we will see how long it actually goes for. It may go longer, it may go shorter. But how are people doing tonight? Are we chilling? Whoa! Well, chilling is good. Yes, do not stay up too late to be here. I mean, I have been told that this is a good stream to fall asleep to, at least by the previous cheese offender, so hopefully it is something that will help you to fall asleep. Yes, the cheese offender. The cheese offending entity. Alright. So we are gonna switch over to the game. These are very good muffins. If I stop moving at a random point, it is because I have put muffin into my mouth. And none of you can stop me. Beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. I think we actually fed all these guys right before I fuck up. Okay, so going off of the name of the stream, we are planning a B&E. We have unlocked the Grey Labyrinth, and as far as I can tell, it is just a bunch of different, like, there's a slime door that we need to get through in order to get to the next zone, which just needs like a rockport door. But I have also been informed via just having watched like one particular video that came up that we are going to need significantly more radiant projectors than I already have in order to continue progressing through the Grey Labyrinth. And also we probably are going to need to get through the other door, the Starlight Strand Grey Labyrinth door. So we've already entered through one of the ways into the Grey Labyrinth. We need to get into the other one. So, that means we're going to need a consistent source of boom plorts, which means we're going to need to go get some and figure out what in the world we want to combine them with in order to make them somewhat sustainable. I think the other thing that the radiant projectors require is hunter plorts. And both of those are meat eaters. So I don't really want to combine them together because that's two things that are a pain in the butt to give me the goodness. I don't want to kidnap bats. Both of those are kind of a pain in the butt to keep. Can we not explode in my face, please? But both of those are a pain in the butt to keep fed. Anything that we can feed with fruits and vegetables is going to be preferable. But what we don't have at the moment is rocks. Rock slimes. So, what we can do is get rock slimes, which are fed on veggies. And specifically heartbeats, which are not hard to farm. We can get a veggie plot and, oh, there's also rock slimes out here. Fantastic. But we can get some rock slimes, get some boom plorts, get the two of them going. And that should hopefully get all of our plorts that we need. And we can just farm those for a little bit. And then we should be able to make some more of the radiant projectors. And then we can B&E. And then we can start to explore around the Grey Labyrinth. Because we started to explore around it last time, but we didn't really get very far because one of the two first doors that we get into in that area requires a rock plort to open, and I didn't bring one with me. Hehe. And there's no rock slimes that spawn around there, so you require veggies. So, if there's any veggies around, might as well start working on feeding you. Ooh, rock slimes. But yeah, so we just want to grab any of these guys that are pure rock that we can find. Because those guys will then become our rock boom slimes. So we can get one more and then we'll have 4 of them. Then we can get the heartbeats because that's the preferred food of the rock slimes, which will give us double plorts for both the rock and the boom. And that should give us more than enough. And then at the moment we have the hunter crystal slime is our combo. And the crystal ones get the odd onions as their preferred food. And we have those growing. So once we get a decent supply of those, we should be able to kind of supply their preferred food pretty consistently as well. So hopefully that will kind of solve our issue with the plorts. And then I don't remember what science materials they need. Are we gonna get any more spawns out here? But yeah, so that's kind of the main thing that we're going to be working on, at least for the beginning of this stream. And then we get to go explore the new zone, and hopefully opening up some of those doors, we'll be able to see some of those new slimes. Because one of the things that I'm really excited about is that all of the plorts that we have seen so far in in the section that opened up when we unlocked the Grey Labyrinth, none of them are plorts that I recognize from the first game. They are all brand new to me. And that means, theoretically, they are all new slimes, which is super cool. So that means we are going to have tons and tons and tons and tons of new slimes, new combinations, new things to look at. And it's going to be a lot of fun. The Grey Labyrinth seems like it's going to be a very interesting place to explore. There's also some weird... There's shadow slimes. They're the first of the new ones that are running around in there. Are there any more rock ones that spawned in here? No? Okay. We'll just go feed the crystal one then and make do with what we've got. But there's the very first of the new slimes that we saw were these shadow ones that jump around for a little bit and then kind of disappear into walls. And they have shadow plorts. They showed up on the market. They're the first of the 5 new ones. And I have genuinely no idea how to get them to drop their plorts. Their diet is listed as none. They don't eat anything. So we're just gonna start throwing stuff at them and see what happens. Because they've gotta drop plorts somehow. I just don't know how. So we have that to look forward to experimenting with as well. I also do need a heartbeat from somewhere. I'm trying to think where there would be one. I might just need to head back a moment. Wait. Only place I've really seen the heartbeats consistently is actually in the chests. Oh, don't do that. Huh, I wonder where the heartbeats could be. Let's go check in the ocean. That's a smart idea. Why are you guys all in a pile? What are you all doing? What's in the pile that you guys are all so interested in? Heartbeat? No, Q-berry. Dang. But we've had this discussion about vandalism. At a certain point, it becomes archaeology. Stony egg lamp. Oh, we also got to meet Gigi as well. We actually met the face of the person who's been leaving all the notes everywhere, which was nice. And she's really cute. She's a cute little nerd girl. Who's also been trapped in the Grey Labyrinth. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna sell some of these plorts and make some money, and that should hopefully give us enough to unlock one of these expansion areas. And then that's where we'll put the rock boom. Guys. Oh, crap. We do not want to leave that on the floor. No, 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 no. Nobody eating stuff that they're not supposed to, please, and thank you. And then get all the cotton plorts. 1, 8, 39, 40. Alright. So with this. But yeah, so those shadow plorts in the top right. That's where those have to be from the shadow slimes. They just look way too similar. And it's a case of just what drops them. We no idea. So Let's do the expansion over here. What's this one? The Gully. So 2,800. Nice, pretty little area. And we'll use these two. And this one will be our corral. And this one will be our... We'll make sure to get the high walls. And the air net. And for now, we'll have this growing carrots. So there we go. Oh! We have a hydrate and a random animal fact. Do we have a request for the random animal fact? Or do we have a be creative on what animal we want to talk about? Rocks are not an animal. In that case, what I will talk about is an animal that looks like a rock. The most venomous fish in the world is a type of fish called a stonefish. They are incredibly dangerous because they have spines on the top of their fins that they can pierce through wetsuits and sometimes shoes. And they have camouflage to look like stones and rocks. But they are native to Australia and are in a similar family to frogfish and such. They actually have their camouflage so that the fish that they like to eat, the small fish and things that they normally eat, don't notice that they are around. They are called stonefish. Because they do look like rocks. They look like stones. Most venomous fish in the world. And they will eat their prey via suction. But the spines on the top of them are purely for their own defense. They are not to get prey or anything. It is just to protect them. They do indeed look like crusty anglerfish, yes. But they are the most venomous fish in the world. And they're really cool. And kind of cranky. So there you go. There is your random animal fact. And I have also hydrated. Make sure everybody else make sure you hydrate as well. I have two sort of half full water bottles by me. Not either of them are full. But it works. I'm gonna grab some chickens. Gotta go feed the slimes over in the other area. Okay. We're gonna go over here. Oh, speaking of the channel points, so there is an active thing going on to name the jellyfish, and there has been a great suggestion from Father Sari Father's Neck, who has suggested the wonderful name, and hold on, I gotta double check on the name to make sure I get it right. Yep, that is it. Has suggested the name Sir Wiggles. As the name for the little jellyfish that you guys get to redeem. You guys like meat and veggies. Here's some hen-hens. 4.3k Sir Wiggles. Well, it's okay. You have 4.3k jellies. It is just that Sir Wiggles is the representation of the jellies. Though, if you have fun saying you have 4.3k Sir Wiggles, then you are more than welcome to say you have 4.3k Sir Wiggles. He is their ambassador. I think, so, if that isn't a approval of the name Sir Wiggles, then I think that he does speak for the jellies. I, for one, quite like the name. I've grown quite fond of it ever since it was suggested to me. You guys also need your... Jellies generally do not have a labor union because they don't have brains. They don't have enough of a nervous system to form a labor union. Because you need like a full nervous system for that. They only have a neural net. So not quite enough to get to a labor union. Now, cleaner shrimp have a labor union. You don't mess with the cleaner shrimp labor union. They'll mess you up. Oh shoot, wait, no. These I want to save. Because flitter plorts are used for the drones. You believe in the cleaner shrimp or you believe in the jellyfish? In the jellies? Because I believe in both, but... Okay. There we go, we got some more money on our hands. We also need... some carrots for over here. Alright. Pronto Mart. Let's see what you've got. Oh, see, the kitty changed color again. The kitty's back to being gray. And I can't pet the kitty. So when the kitty's gray, I can't pet it. But when it's green, I can. Interesting. So we will get all of these plorts out. Okay. Now let's see what we still need for more of the radiant projectors. Utilities. Yeah, see, these guys, these are the ones that need a ton of flutter plorts. Because apparently the quantum drones in this game in particular are very good because, yeah, if at the ranch or out on the range, you can... So in the original game, you could only have them on the ranch, which they were very useful. But, see, Sir Wiggles is already making their appearance in the chat. They were very useful in the original game because of that. But now they can also be used out in the wilds to collect resources as well. Okay, so it's just the boom plorts, and silky sand that are going to be the two things that are really stopping us from making radiant projectors. Which means that I really need to find a heartbeat. So if we can find that heartbeat, then we can get those boom plorts and the boom rocks producing double. And that's gonna be huge. Just what's the best place to do that? Starlight Strand, maybe? Oh, new message at the comm station. It is a 1 in 5 chance that it is Bob. It could be Bob. It may not be Bob. It may also be Mochi. Mochi's also good. Technically, there's not really a bad character, but it's Ogden. Hey, amiga. How are you feeling out there? When I feel lonesome, I go out and do something nice for a friend. Makes me feel right as rain every time. This is just my little way of saying I'm thinking of you. He got me a tree. Should go feed the crystal one as well. Thinking about it. I mean, we could also just say, you know, go for it, make the one projector that we can get the plorts for quickly. Hello! Hey, Mantha! Welcome back from work. Excuse me, little nukes. Please give me your plorts. Thank you. Food! I also have food, technically. Well, I have dessert. I'm finishing up my dessert. Rest in peace, my pumpkin mushroom. Thank you for reminding me to hydrate. Hydrate! Should probably make that window a bit bigger. Whee! Make it a bit bigger, and I'm gonna move it into the corner. Alright. If somebody wants to redeem something and see if that looks better, they can. Alright, radiant projector. So I will have one to carry around. And then I will also kind of want the random wrong animal fact. Okay. Do you have a request, Uvatha, for an animal you want a random wrong animal fact about, or do I get to be creative? Bouge, okay. Bouge. Did you know that when a bouge loses one of their 6 legs, so we know that bouges tend to have at least 6 legs, it is no longer a bouge, it is an ouge. Scientifically, it becomes an ouge. No longer bouge. They don't tell you about this because it's a very closely guarded secret, and they don't want you creating ouges. They're incredibly powerful. But it becomes an ouge. If you see them in the wild, they are survivors. You are an ouge? Ah, that explains some things. Alright. Get a little bit of funding. And I just realized I need to have one. You are welcome. I'm happy to provide this very much correct, definitely true animal fact. You know, I may get in trouble for sharing it. The entomologists don't really like that sort of thing getting spread around. But it's important to inform people, you know, the danger of ouches. The fact that they don't is frankly irresponsible. One of you, please eat something so that I can get to flirt. Please. Please. Please? No, you guys all just ate. You could think of ouges as tempered bouges, yeah. There's definitely something to be said there. If you want to use the Monster Hunter system of classification. The ouge is the tempered bouge. And it's gonna be faster, just go to Ember Valley. Oh. Pop. No heartbeat. They are all still in their pile there. I don't know what's going on with that one particular pile, but they are all just clumped up in a pile. Yeah, no, that's why you can't sever Temnoceran limbs. They would just immediately arch temper and murder you. They understand that it would be way too powerful. It's purely for your protection. on, heartbeat. Dang it. See, now that I want one, I've seen them many times in those little pots. Of course, now that I want one, desire sensor's gonna kick in, and I'm never gonna see one again. Tragedy. That's a rotten one. That is a good sign, though, because that means that they might grow in here. There was a chicken in that pot. Yes. I have broken pots with multiple chickens in them. I've broken pots with multiple slimes in them. Something is apparently putting living things into these pots. Why? How the hell did I get all the way back here? Dag nabbit. I'm so lost. I'm not lost. I know exactly where I am, but I'm lost in the sense of I'm baffled by my own ability to be this incompetent at directions. That's what I was saying about the slimes. The slimes are... Well, even one slime is bigger than the pot. And then multiple? And not only that, you would expect that, like, a pink slime, for example, the pink slime would just eat the other things inside the pot because they eat everything. You'd think you'd just come out with, you know, the slime and some chicken bones. You know, maybe an apple core. If it was feeling fancy. But no, I bet you there's gonna be at least one living thing inside here. See? Heartbeat! Hallelujah! See, we started talking about the logistics of how they could keep living things in the pots, and it gave me what I want, so I'd stop questioning it. Yeah, you're still hungry. Especially if chicken bones and apple cores are what you find appealing. That's not just hungry, that's slightly concerning. Anyways, eat. Give me your plort. Thank you. I can go home now. Home is rather far away. What is the best way to get back? This way. Yeah, the crystal ones are really cute. Well, and hopefully what I'm doing all this work for is to get into the, to break and enter into the Grey Labyrinth. And in that instance, we'll be able to... You're safe now. Never mind, you're idiots. But... trying to figure out what the best way to get out of here is. Yeah, probably it's just going this way. But, yeah, because the crystal quarters over here. The Grey Labyrinth has a bunch of weird gates and such, so I'm trying to prepare what I need to get through all the different things in there, and then hopefully... Yeah, okay, there we go. I'm back where I need to be. But then, hopefully we can explore, and we'll get to see some new slime types today. Like, I don't know if, Uvanka, did you get to see the shadow slimes? Last time? Were you around for that? I don't know if you were. Yeah, no, I don't think you saw the shadow slimes. So no, you'll get to see the shadow slimes for the first time. They're fun. I don't know. I don't know. These are all brand new to me. There are silver ones in the... Oh, the shadow slimes do not have guns as far as I'm aware. They just jump scare you. But, the... Let me just get these guys all fed. I'm gonna be gone for a while, so I'm making sure that, we hopefully don't have any incidents while I'm gone. I probably should start investing in feeders for them, so you can just you just put their food source into the feeders, and then it will just slowly dispense them. Yeah, mint mango is definitely a flavor combo. I don't want to think about what that would taste like. I mean, it apparently tastes good to some of the slimes because it's their favorite food. I think it's the honey slimes that's their favorite. You just need to eat your booty plort. There you go. And then this one definitely needs a plort collector because these guys explode. I don't want to have to go in there any more often than I have, than necessary. Alright. And then I need to move the crops that are in there and put heartbeats. Alright. Okay. Oh. And I saw a chicken. Alright. Must have been the wind. But yes, there on the right side are all the new floors, other than this gold one, the super expensive one. But these 5 are the new ones that we just unlocked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, it's exciting. We've got lots of new stuff to look into. Alright. Go to Ember Valley. We're gonna make the run. We're gonna go break into the Grey Labyrinth! Oh, party continues. It's a peony! Alright, now, just to make sure. I do have... my refinery link on there. I do have the radiant projector. And I want to check something when we get to the entrance. Because I'm curious if now that the door is actually open, I can take back the radiant projectors that I used for the door. And it will let me keep them, like if it'll close the door or if I have to just keep them there. So I'm going to take those. What's cool is I can take any refinery resources that I find because I can just throw them into the refinery and still have the inventory space. See, look, that one was 2 chickens and a slime all inside that one pot. How is that one little tiny pot gonna hold all of those living things inside that space with enough air? And just, how is that reasonable? Like that's fine. That's just a bunch of fruit and veggies. That's reasonable. That totally makes sense. Someone's preserving their fruit. Okay, cool. Who's putting 2 chickens and a slime into a pot? How did it, someone tried, I think it was Juxie tried to say, like, well, what if the slimes put themselves in the pot? Who's closing the pot then? Oh, that didn't close the door. Nice. So I have 3 radiant projectors now. Anyways, this is the entrance to the Grey Labyrinth. We're going to the drunk dimension, folks! Whee! Into the drugs! What's the worst that could happen? Oh, and there's the shadow slimes. Look at them! They're so cute and tiny. What do you eat? Oh! Oh! I threw an item. Huh. Interesting. So I threw just random items at them, and they broke, and that was enough. I think I might have accidentally thrown one of my radiant ore into the fire. Oopsie daisy. Oh well. Oh no, there it is. But, alright, they might just, does it work with, like, any item? I've worked with a carrot. Huh. Well, alright then. I don't know. More food! More food is good. Yeah, we got shadow slimes. And then this is the door that I couldn't open last time because I didn't have the rock plort. There's another door. Are you kidding? I went all that way to get the... I went all that way to get a rock plort, and there's another freaking door! That's it. This game hates me. This game hates me! This is Gigi, by the way. This is the person who's been leaving the messages. So this is what she looks like. And she's really cute. She's got like a robot arm, and she's basically, she got stuck in here and is trying to keep everything at bay. Can I throw a chicken at you guys? Now I'm just curious what I can throw at them to get them to drop plorts. Doesn't seem like a chicken. Oh no, chicken works. Okay. She's a me character, has a robot arm. Oh no, she's just like me for real, for real. Pomegranate. Oh, that's the first time I've picked up a pomegranate? Dang. That's kind of impressive. Can you guys not, please, and thank you? Okay, so then there's these things. I'm curious if these have something to do with the shadow plorts, because they have like this, they show up on the map with this little like moon symbol, and it says 0 of 25. And I also thought maybe they had something to do with the light, but there's no light projectors nearby. Because at first I was thinking maybe they were light things, like you had to shoot a light into them, but there's no light source to shoot in. You know, actually, I might actually let the tar kind of go and deal with the feral slimes for a little bit. Face the consequences of your wrath. Unbridled anger brings only destruction. Feel the pain you have brought upon others. Anyways, is this something to do with the shadow plorts? Oh! It moved! It moved! Doink, 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 doink. Oh, I'm gonna need so many more of those. Okay. I need to find more of the little guys. Hello! Okay. Well, that got me 2. Oh! Magma comb. That's a new resource. I will keep the pomegranate. Magma comb does imply magma bees, but to be fair, when we steal the wax from the normal beehives, they don't seem to do anything. So, I think we're okay. But I do agree that it is something to be concerned about, for sure. I'm gonna grab crystal quartzes though. Sari says a random animal fact. Haha! Bee fact. Okay, I can give a bee fact. Bees are actually an insect that... this is a fact that I know I've shared with you, but I will also share it with stream. We have scientific evidence that bees will play with little toy balls for fun. Like, they will just do it because they can, not because they have to. As in, there was a science experiment that was set up where they had a beehive, a controlled beehive, and they set up sort of a artificial flower field, which was just a bunch of sugar water and such that the bees needed to eat. And it was a straight shot to get the sugar water. They just needed to go down a linear path in order to get the water. But on either side of the pathway were just a bunch of little toy balls. Not for any purpose. They didn't get any kind of reward for it. They were just there because they were toys. It was a toy bin. And they have documented evidence of the bees playing around on them, like rolling around on top of them and everything. Because they could. Because they were there. And having fun with it. So yeah, bees will play. And bees are also one of the only insects we have seen that can teach each other things. Where if a bee knows how to complete a task, like we've been able to teach them how to solve simple puzzles, if you teach one bee to do it, we can also teach, like, that bee can also teach another bee how to do that puzzle. And this is like things like pulling a lever to get honey, or, you know, pull a string to pull out a tray or something. You know, very, very simple things. But if one bee learns how to do that puzzle, they can then teach another bee in the same hive to also do that puzzle. And it's just really cool. Bees are incredibly smart. And we love that for them. But yes, there's some bee facts. I love bees. You got 2 facts, so you got some bonus, got some extra value. My aim was awful. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Tin petals. Another one of the science resources that have shown up here. At least I got 3. But my gosh, that was bad. But yeah, I'm playing with my ball. They play with their ball. They will just play. And they're very cute. And we love that for them. Let's see if the ones out here respawned. Shadow slimes, have you... Aha! Well, I got one. Well, will you... Hey! My bones! There we go. There's some down there, too. Oh my goodness! Okay. So there's 12. Magma comb. I'm not certain about that. I have a feeling that probably not. There are slimes like that in previous games. Ah! My tears. I'm I I am curious about that. If like maybe so there was a slime from the first game called Primal Slimes that were only from a DLC area. It was an area that was added in an update after initial release. And so this was in this DLC area, and they only showed up as Largo slimes. Like you could only find, you know, like a pink primal or Slimals. You can only find like a pink primal or a phosphor primal or whatever. Like you never found base primal slimes. So you could only ever get the primal plorts, which means that you could only ever make primal largos. You never had the primal slimes by themselves. Which was fine. Like but it meant that like you couldn't keep the base ones on the farm. I'm wondering if the shadow ones are going to be something similar, where you can't keep the base version of them on the farm, but you can keep like you can keep a Largo version of them because you're able to use the plorts to turn other slimes into a shadow something slime. You know what I'm saying? You know, it kind of... Okay. More items. More things to throw at them. Alright, is this the gate that I was working on? The one over here? I think it was this one. Yeah, I think it was the one that was up there. What? Hey! Wait! 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 My toes! My toes! This is why you watch your energy levels, kids. I don't know how many... Okay, well, as Beatrix LeBeau, I have toes. As Sari, I do not have toes. I have to be cautious of her toes. Oh, if I have to get it to that... I might have enough. Oh, it's gonna be... Hey! It gave me potted lava plants. It didn't open a door. It gave me potted plants. I'm gonna lose it! I just want to see the other areas of the labyrinth. I'm gonna be stuck in the lava forever! This is it. This is my purgatory. I will never see the light of day. Slimatory. Yes, I'm stuck here forever. That's something down there. That's another door. But how do I get to it? Do I have to go under, like, down here? Do I have to go through the lava? Because I'll go through the lava. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm a snake with nothing to lose. Let me in! I do not need to go through the lava. That does not appear to be the solution to my problems. There is indeed a lot of there's a lot of soup. Where in the world did you come from? I don't even know where to go. Oh look, more alright. I guess on to the next one. Well, that's not a good sound. They arise from the soup. Still missing a flower. I had 10. Wait, I'm supposed to commit more crimes? I thought I wasn't supposed to commit crimes. I thought that was the whole point. But have a good night, Trixie. Thank you for hanging out with us. Well, it's fine. I need the plorts more than I need the flowers. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. Somebody please get me out of here. Slimatory tastes like soup. Okay, where's the next gate? It's over here. Somewhere. Please, 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 please. Gate. Gate, 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 Summer. Gate, gate, Summer. Please give me progress. Of any kind. Oh, portable water tap. Fantastic. map? I mean, I know it's the Grey Labyrinth. I know it's kind of the whole thing. It's a labyrinth, but, a map would be great. For my little scatterbrain. Ooh, tubing. I love getting stuck in the tubes. That's an explosive! You can live out there now. An unstable veggie? What the fuck? Stony egg lamb. Oh, this is the... Activate. What? What? I don't know what the hell is going on. Was there a rift in the... Do I... No. That just a thing that makes stuff unstable around it? Or... I don't know what this is. Unstable meat. Oh no. Oh, the first clip! The first clip that wasn't for me! Oh dear. Hey guys, can we not do this? Oh, this area, oh no. Oh, I think the drugs are really hitting. Oh, I think that, oh, you know what? I think this is what she meant by be careful when the colors are super intense. I think this is the colors being super intense. Unstable plort. Prismatic plort. Does this need to get fired through the thing? Aha! Prismaplort. Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! I figured it out! So, you gotta get the slimes to eat unstable food. Unstable food makes them produce unstable plorts. And then the unstable plorts get shot through the little rifts. And the rifts make them into prismaplorts. That's generally what I think I was gathering from that interaction. That is really, really cool. That's actually really dope. There's a button here. Button. Oh, that's a new area. We're gonna wait to go through there. I'm gonna put stuff away first. I need to wait 10 seconds. This does not feel like the sort of place that I should be standing. Like, yes, I love my magma shower. Can I put that in there? I can. Fantastic. Cool. Alright. I'm not gonna go put that, not gonna go do that right this moment, but we do know where that is now. I see you over there. Trying to be sneaky. I still have not seen any native rock slimes, which is a little concerning. That door from this side. This door? Or are you talking about that door? That door I need a rock plort to open. Yeah, it looks like it's a double slime door. That's what I was talking about. I need a rock plort to open it. I only brought one with me. I've not seen any other rock slimes in the in here so far. But it's something I just need to keep an eye out for, see if there's rock slimes in here. Because there's these guys, there's the crystal slimes, but there's not been rock slimes. Now I keep seeing those things everywhere, and it's freaking me out. I also want to find, there's another one of these literally pointed this way. Those they keep opening everywhere! Ah! I don't have anything on me that would be opening them. Why do they keep opening? This way. Aha. This doesn't look like it's progress either, but at the very least I can start working on it. Yeah, that's got a ways to go. And I think we're gonna maybe go to the new area. I don't know, what do we think? New area? New area maybe? I'm thinking new area. Thinking that new area sounding real good right now. Yeah. Yeah, nah. No, it has to, the slime doors, it's always one particular slime. Though I will double check that it is a rock for that door. Because it does seem weird that it would be rock for 2 doors in a row, but I will grab a crystal plort just to have it on hand. That's where I came from. Yeah, I don't like all of these rifts everywhere. This is freaky. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm also curious what's... 'Cause this was the button. Yeah, this just leads back over here. So that makes it a circle. Which is nice. Ah, my toes. Yeah, that's a rock one. But yeah, see, rock statue. That is a rocky boy. Let's go check in the new area though, but the new area might have them. So we are just gonna throw that over there. Let's see what the new area has in store. We do have a new GG hologram. Whoa. Whoa. Whole bunch of ruins. Alright, let's talk to Gigi. Isn't it beautiful? Despite everything, there's a part of me that is still happy to see it all again. Am I still inside the labyrinth? Yes, you're still inside the labyrinth, if you can believe it. It's a total recreation of aspects of the environment outside, down to the atmosphere. But even more astonishing is the scale of it all. It's actually bigger on the outside than it is on the inside. A total mind-bender. Not everything here will make sense at first, or maybe ever. So just do what you do best. Explore, collect, and figure out how best to navigate this place. Knowing your way around and understanding how things work here will prove valuable in time. I was in a room with strange lights and things got crazy. When parts of the labyrinth begin to shimmer and explode with radiant light, you need to watch out. I call them prisma disruptions. They are the unstable bursts of energy generated by the prisma core. Yeah, so to kind of summarize what's going on, apparently this whole thing is run by this big giant, basically meteorite called the prisma core, and that's what's causing all the issues with Rainbow Island. And Gigi has been stuck inside the labyrinth because she's basically been keeping the prisma core from going haywire and consuming everything. And she's trying to keep it from spreading any further. And so we are going inside to try and stop it completely. So learn how to spot them and how to survive them, because though the disruptions are dangerous, they will prove essential for our work here in time. I'm gonna get back to exploring. Okay, Beatrice, you know where to find me if you need me. Well, sort of. Gigi's very cute. But yeah. The labyrinth is huge. Oh, we got stuff down here. Black indigonium. Indigonium. You know, I dropped down and I didn't 100% think about my path to get back up. There's like trees that are like cut in half. What are you? Polaricherry. Sharply sour or sickeningly sweet. I'll hold on to some of you. You're probably for one of... Oh! Well, first off, I see rock slimes, which is what we're looking for. So... grab those. But also... I think I see our next new slime! Hi, buddy! We have the twin slime! Twin slime, know thyself and thy other self as well. Also, now he's blue! Polaricherry is a fantastic name. Tabby. So we have twin slimes. And by extension, twin plorts. Interesting. I'm gonna read their. Let's read their. Yeah, that shadow slime did not want to be involved. It said, "You're gonna throw stuff at me? No, thank you." All right, twin slimes. Oh, its art is so cute. Twin slimes are believed to be a bizarre byproduct of the Prismacore's effects on the labyrinth, seemingly being two different slimes occupying the same spot in reality at different intervals. It is unclear if these slimes are in fact two versions of the same slime or different ones, and if so, if they're even aware of the phenomenon. Twin slimes can create reality-defying portals that can snag things from the environment and drop them in other places. Generally, this is done to acquire a tasty fruit that is out of reach, but it seems as though sometimes they exhibit this behavior just to cause trouble. It is unclear which of the two halves of the twin slime is the most mischievous. Oh, what? Okay, so they're thinking with portals. Alright. Let's also, okay, the shadow slime. Shadow slimes are found within the dark corners of the Grey Labyrinth and other places where they are safe from prismatic disruptions. They are an unusual and unique slime, clustering together in erratic groups and quickly fleeing from the slightest provocation, almost vanishing in thin air. It's unknown if they were created as part of the labyrinth or some kind of evolution against the prismatic effects within it. Shadow slimes present no immediate threat to a rancher, however they will flee the moment they are spotted, perhaps accidentally falling headlong into the cloudy abyss of the labyrinth as you desperately try to snag their plorts as a risk. Oh, however, they will flee the moment they are spotted, perhaps accidentally falling headlong into the cloudy abyss of the labyrinth as you desperately try to snag their plorts as a risk. Okay. Yeah, the twin slimes are really cute. So the player cherries are their favorite food. That makes sense. Real quick before I forget, I am gonna... Before I get too lost, I'm gonna go back and open up that door. Whee! They're in my pocket now. Okay, never mind, I'm lost. I think I came from over there? Is this where I came from? I think this is where I came from. I think I came from Lava Land. I don't know what the other door is for, though. I don't... The one weird thing is I don't know if it's the door I already opened or not. It might be the door that I already opened. But we'll find out. If I need a second one, thankfully it should be easy enough to go back. Hello, everybody. Glad to see you're all having a party in here. Whee! Plunk. Is this the door that I already opened? No. But it is the map! Map! Oh, sweet, sweet map. Or, well, part of the map. Okay, so at least... I'll take it. I'll take it. There is a map that I'm missing, but I don't... That's still something. But yeah, so it looks like there's some way that I can wrap around and access this from the other side. There also looks to be a gate over here, which is interesting. But we'll worry about that later. For now, what I'm gonna do is put down the refinery link. I'm gonna throw some of these resources in. So we have twin slimes. So it sounds like the twin slimes are similar to the Tangle ones in that they are very good at grabbing things outside of their enclosure. And getting a hold of stuff that they're not supposed to. So we do not want them to be close to other slimes, preferably. Because they're gonna grab other plorts, they're gonna turn into tar, and everything's gonna go to not good land. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Da 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 da. Quick. Yay. And now I can just keep my resources with me. But yeah, so that's 3 of the 5 plorts discovered, though, because we know that 1 of the 5 is the Prisma plorts. So I think there's for resources, yeah. Yeah, Prisma plorts. So Prisma plorts are separate. So, you know, it's Prisma, Twin, Shadow. There's like a purplish one, and then there's one that looked like it was on fire. So there's probably 2 new slimes that we've not seen. If I had to guess. Just going off of the plorts. There's also one that we've not seen at all. Like, it's just a question mark on the plort. Oh, hello. Have you watched the sunset inside the labyrinth? The darkness of night creeps in, and yet it's all an illusion. Or at least it has to be. Speaking of darkness, what's with those shadowy slimes I've seen? Shadow slimes are a strange variant of slimes that seem to be the opposing polarity of the Prismacore made manifest. I still don't know if they were specifically created by someone to be this kind of opposing force, or if they evolved to be that way. You know, how nature always seems to find a way? Either way, shadow plorts seem to provide a kind of dampening effect to Prisma disruptions. It's a long shot, but maybe they can somehow be used to negate the effects of the Prismacore. Got any shadow slime tips? They're slippery little fellows, aren't they? Shadow slimes will quickly flee from you or Prisma disruption, so your best bet is to search areas that were not recently under the effects of a Prisma disruption. Once you do see a group of them, you need to sneak up on them and then try to knock out as many plorts as possible before they all flee, so be sure to bring some extra junk in your backpack just for that. So don't go chasing one off a ledge or something. I'm definitely not speaking from experience. Oh, yeah, we wouldn't want to... We wouldn't want to chase them off a ledge or anything. we definitely wouldn't do that, Gigi. Who would do that to a shadow slime? That would be mean. That wouldn't be very nice. Also, oof. Why do you trust me with all of this, Gigi? I'm no hero, Beatrix, so I knew that I needed a real hero to stop what is happening here. And a hero, well, a hero you can trust. I mean, if you can't, then who else is there? So I tried to picture the perfect person for this job, and it was you. I've had my trust broken before. That's what caused everything to go wrong. I trusted the wrong people. But this is my chance to make it right. You might not feel it yet, but you are a hero, Beatrix. You will become one in time. There are so many amazing adventures ahead of you, I promise. In time, this will just be another chapter in the adventures of Beatrix LeBeau. Another story for some little girl to read under a tree and dream that her life might ever be as grand a tale. Better keep moving. Happy to shed some light for you whenever you need it. Okay, so it looks like progress is through Shadow Door. Which means I should have kept the plorts from before! Oh well. At least we know how those doors work now, so... Oh! What was that? Alright, but important thing to note, don't shoot them off of, Don't shoot them off cliffs. So the fact that they keep, like, those disruptions keep appearing means that they probably won't show up in this area because it probably experienced a Prisma thing recently. I think is what Gigi was kind of trying to say. Hmm. Can the zombie apocalypse give me a break so I can solve puzzles, please? No! Leave the babies alone! Yeah, so I'll probably need to go back into that first area, though, because this area seems like it's got a bunch of the portals around. And it sounds like they're saying, she was saying that the shadow slimes don't show up around the portals. Around these things. So if those are around, then you're not gonna get the... You're not gonna get the shadow slimes to spawn. I do want to look around here a little bit more, because this is such a pretty zone. Just look at this place. All the ruins. What is that? What does this do? Is like an energy thing? No, it just gives me like a little yellow effect whenever I go through it, but I'm not sure what it does. Oh, there's another shadow. Yeah, so those seem like the... Shoot something through it? I could try that. Oh, it's gone! It was right there. What? Oh no, there it is. Okay, this doorway goes through. I see, I see. I'm just silly. Hee hee! I have no depth perception. I have the object permanence of a brain-damaged goldfish. Alright, well. Sure. Tin petal. Why not? Hiya! Oh! Turned purple. Stuff's still here. Let's try food. Also turned purple. The food appears to be gone. No, the food's still there. Okay. Something just might have ate it on the other side. I think I might have accidentally shot it into the thing's mouth. Do I dare shoot a living thing through it? Do we engage in slime experimentation? Yeah? Well, alright. Now it also goes purple. Then I've got nothing. I mean, I don't see any other of those around. It's just the one. Oh! What is... Wait, what? Hold on, wait a minute, there was a platform there! I call BS. Oh wait, fall damage. That might have been fall damage. Oh well, I needed to come back to the conservatory anyways. We'll take that as a blessing in disguise. Wait, 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 wait. Oh, my poor twin slimes! Wait a minute! Dang it! Oh. Phooey. Phooey. Oh, I don't have any mangoes? That's kind of impressive. Why stop being hangry, you all? Well, I guess this gives us the opportunity to try and get more shadow plorts. Oh, you! What are you doing out about? To the anglers with you. But, well, we're definitely good on boom plorts. Let's get these slotted away. And then I'm gonna see what I need to get for the Vanguard upgrade, because I know I have the thing that I can get it, but I haven't actually built it. No, upgrades. Oh, I can just make it right now. And I'm also going to work on... I can also make the pulse wave. It's good for just pushing stuff out of your face. Do we want to take a little break from the labyrinth and potentially go mine some jellystone? So it has been almost 2 hours. I might go do that. Just to chill for a little bit. The fire plorts are the easy part, because we have plenty of those here. I just... Bum, 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 bum. And then, ta-da! We have fire plorts. Also, still waiting on that to grow a little bit. I'm gonna need to go grab some chickens for them, I guess, because they don't have their... Surprised the mint mangoes didn't grow at all while I was gone. Especially since I died, and that pushes time forward a little bit. Seems really weird. No, these guys. Here you... Chickens! There you go. Alright. We're gonna go farm some jellystone. But first, we actually have some NPC messages. Oh, we have a lot of messages. Ah! Alright, let's just go down the line. Victor! Thank you. Everybody make sure you hydrate as well. Hydrate is good. Hello, Beatrix. I hope it's not too presumptuous, but I got you this. I hope you like it. Usually I use an algorithm to identify appropriate gifts, but in this instance, I just sort of winged it. I agree, the spontaneity scares me too. Pink teleporter! Victor. It's okay. You can keep winging it like that all you want. Every teleporter you give me is great. Mochi! Hey, B. I found something I was going to throw out, but then I thought, hey, B likes old junk I don't need. I bet she would just love this. You could thank me later. Ash blooms. More plants that definitely can't be turned into drugs. Hey, Mika, how are you feeling out there? When I feel lonesome, I go out and do something nice for a friend. Makes me feel right as rain every time. This is just my little way of saying I'm thinking of you. Emerald shrubs? Also definitely not a secret name for a drug of some variety. And Thor West. You know, B, they say the best gifts come from the heart. This one came from a store. But close enough, right? Why are we 3 for 3 on these people giving me plants that sound like they would be smoked. Thora! Thora! You were supposed to be better than this! This is not the way that you say hi. You usually say hi with a wave, with a hello, with a greeting, not with drugs. Alright, Bob. Bob. My beloved. My darling, my everything. Bob. Please. Please do not give me drugs. Special delivery! Have a great chickens! They're not drugs. They're not drugs. Therefore, he wins the assignment. He succeeds. Oh, beach ball! Favorite of the pink slime. Oh. Oh. We'll give those to the raintails. Alright, let's go get some jellystone. Let's just go have a nice time and get some jellystone. So out of the slimes people have seen so far, do we have any particular favorites? Yeah. I know there's definitely ones that I really like, especially from the second game. Like the angler slimes are super adorable. But I'm curious, especially now that we've been playing it for about a week now, if you guys from chat have any favorites that you guys have grown to like. They can also be Largo ones, like if you have any particular favorites on the ranch. There's some jellystone. We need 19, I believe, is the low end of the number. More if we want to build up a surplus. The honey flutters are really cute. They are definitely... I think the flutter slimes are also a contender for one of my favorite for the new game slimes for Slime Rancher 2. I mean, I really like the angler slimes. They're super cute. The flutter ones are also adorable. Ooh, there's more jellystone. But yeah, just the little gold butterfly wings on the flutter slimes are amazing. I'm really curious about one of the things. Honestly, as we kind of get towards the end game of this, I might just have a stream, or at least a part of a stream, where we just kind of get a corral together and just do some of the combinations, like just take chat suggestions of which combos we want to see of the different slimes, and just combine them together, see what we like. I think that could potentially be fun. Do some slime experimentation. Because I know, like, for example, the angler one, I'm really curious to see how the angler slime looks with some of the other slime combos. And the twin slimes, too. I'm wondering how the color change works with some of the other... Like, how that's gonna work with the Largos. They're all so cute. How do I choose? I know, it's hard. It's hard to choose just one. I completely understand. But say, like, okay, say you had to choose just one. Like, you only had one corral. You know, you could only have one slime. Oh, it's a Yoki! Yoki slime. I don't know if we can have 3 in one corrals, or one coop, so I'll leave him there. But, you know, like, your ideal Largo, it doesn't even have to be one of the ones on the ranch, you know, it could be a combo that you just want to see. Like, for me, I think it would probably be those phosphor... Our little glowy boys, the phosphor angler slimes. Because they're so bright, and they just shine like little flashlights, and they're so cute. Though the honey flutter ones are probably a pretty close second. I think there's also some jellystone that can spawn down here. I think I might have already... Did I already come down here? But yeah, it's hard to choose. There's a lot of really good designs. It's one of the things that I really praise Slime Rancher for, is that, like, they advertise it. You know, it's one of the big selling points is that all these different designs are combinable, you know, like you can... They all pair together. And, you know, it creates this significantly larger web of possibilities because of that. And I'm wondering, that has to be another entrance into Ember Valley that I just haven't found yet. There must be a Largo, like, over there somewhere that I haven't discovered. I mean, there could be, potentially. I don't know. That's kind of part of what I was talking about, though, of that could be something, like, that could, that's a stream idea, potentially, of just having some fun with doing the experiment. Ooh, treasure pod! Having a stream of just mixing them. Overjoyed statue! Oh, that's a really cute little guy. I might have to make that and put that somewhere on the ranch. But that could be a fun, just, thing to play around with, of just making a bunch of the different combinations and seeing what they look like. Because that is a whole thing of just nearly every type of slime can be combined with nearly every other type of slime. That's sort of the way it all goes. And I think that that's really interesting in terms of just being able to think about all the new designs that get made because of that. All the ways in which those different design elements interact with each other because of the fact that they're combined together. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the shadow plorts, the shadow slimes, can be combined with other slimes. I don't know if they play nice. I hope so. I guess that hen decided it had enough. Yeah, I really hope that the shadow ones can be combined, because that would be really cool. This is another gate. So that's 2 gates. Oh, and that's another treasure pod. Conservatory bench. Oh, I just need one more. There we go. That's the jellystone I need. Go this way. I don't think I've been over here, though. Where am I? Oh, this game is so pretty. Phone box. Carry the tunes of the far, far range wherever you go, so long as where you go includes this boombox. Wait. There's the conservatory, off in the distance. That's where we are. Oh, I see another treasure pod over there. I can see my house from here. Alright. Whee! And up. Okay. Quick. Small boulder! I'm surprised I needed to learn how to craft that. Apparently I did not know how to make a small rock up to this point. The idea was just preposterous to me. How could I possibly conceive the notion? No. Smolder is a completely different thing. There we go. I appreciate the attempt to combine the words together to make a new word, and in the process accidentally invent the exact same word. Or invented a different word that also exists already. Alright. I just need money, and then I can upgrade my dash boots. Thankfully, this is why I have lots and lots of plorts stored up. Ooh. Yuki egg. Boink. And then dig, 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 dig. I will always love how these guys all just line up on the sides of their walls to just drool, staring at the chicken coop. Just, oh, it's the exact face of, like, me trying to pick my order when I'm at the drive-thru. Alright. Also gonna quickly check on the mint mango tree, because by now it should have some mint mangoes on it. Yeah, there we go. There's that vine bud again. Why do you have a rooster in there? I mean, I appreciate the free pomegranate, because I might actually use that, but... Goodness. He was exploring and got snatched. Well, they would have just ate him if they snatched him, though, because they eat meat. I could actually just grow pomegranates for these guys. Might do that. Oh. Quickly, while they're awake. At least get some of them fed. That's more than enough cash. That can just go in there. I think I can also toss that in for now. That is really interesting that the Tangle fruits basically just give you random fruits and items at different times. I'm not sure what to think of that. Pink port on to the pink teleporter. Yeah, it's odd, but random rewards is fun. Yeah, no, it is really interesting, the random rewards. Definitely don't mind it. Purely from a logical standpoint, it's just kind of funny of, how did you get in there? I'm lost. Please let me out. I would like to go home. I did want to check in here. Okay, so they do have the item ones. Okay, they have teleporters. Maybe. Interesting. Alright. Well, we've got a clear inventory. So, back to the Grey Labyrinth. I probably should grab some kind of, like, fruit. Yeah, grab some pogo fruit on the way. Just to have something to throw at shadow slimes. I didn't realize the strategy with the shadow slimes was ultimately just gonna boil down to eat your potassium! But you know, whatever works, works. Alright. Alright. Back to the labyrinth. So I am gonna quickly throw some items into storage. I got all my gadgets, the sun goes hop, hop, hop. And if I ever try to stop, the slimes will take me up. My gadgets will keep going. When the slimes make me wanna pop. But that's okay, I'll make my way until the slimes stay stuck. Bink, bink, bink. Bink, 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 bink. Bink, bink. There we go. And wait. All right. Pogo fruit. Well, let's go check the room down here. No. Ah. Alright. 14 so far isn't bad. Why do you keep clipping the songs? Move on, the. That one wasn't even that good. Oh, I see more shadows. Alright. Still got plenty of fruit. That wasn't very nice. Oh! Everything's getting funky. I think it's time to go. The drugs are kicking in. It's time to GTFO. Aha! Is it another freaking rock statue? It's another... Gosh darn... It's all rock statues. Unstable meat. The love-hate relationship with unstable meat, let me tell you. Alright, well, we've got 27 plorts, which is pretty good. Just gotta wait for the refinery. There it goes. Think. Okay. Ooh. He's a gold one. Oi! Meanie. Alright. Well, I need to get back to the gate that I was at. Because that's... because I need to get to the second zone. Yeah, here we are. Get to the second zone. Get rock plorts. Come back. Oh my goodness! There's so much unstable meat! I also can check to see if this is enough to open the shadow door that I need to open in order to progress. Oh, and that's right! I can get twin slimes again! And hopefully not die this time! That's that's what their portal looks like. Oh, they're such little dorks. They make little... Oh, they're so cute. They make little portals. I love them. Goodness gracious. Can we not? Please and thank you. Oh, goodness. Unstable meat. Oh, you know what? I wonder if that gate changes at all during the Prisma event. Oh. There is a gate behind that door. Oh. GG, let me in. Oh, that's dangerous. That hurts. Gosh, I hope it's not 40 more shadow plorts, but it very well could be. At the very least, it seems like shadow plort grinding is gonna be a big part of the endgame in this. Because considering it seems like the replacement for the treasure pods in these areas is the shadow gates, which all seem to require like 20 to 30 each to open those. Wait. Ooh. Yeah, definitely worth seeing if I can farm them. Oh, it's here too? Dang it. I was hoping that... Are you carrying him? Are you carrying your friend because he can't fly? Because that's actually kind of adorable. Yeah, actually, you know what? We can probably just... If I can... What I can do... is I can get the shadow plorts here. But I can test if, I can just test with one of the slimes that's around here and just throw them a shadow plort and see if they'll eat it. And then if they can, then we'll know that they can combine and we can just go back to the farm and have a shadow... I'll probably make the shadow twins. Though I am concerned with how much they're emphasizing the fact that we need to get these shadow slime, or shadow plorts. I'm really worried that they're not gonna be farmable. And it's just gonna be a grind. Which would suck. Yeah, in which case, if that ends up being the case, like, I could almost make an entire stream out of just grinding the plorts. No, don't fall into the lava. Okay, that should be safe. So we can go back here. Yeah, no, I mean, if it does work, the Shadow Twins definitely, like, that would be really cute if it could, if they do, I would love if they do combine. Huh. Not my best haul from that room, but still 4. But yeah, we'll just, oh, let me make sure I grab the strange diamond, because that is a rare resource. Throw that in there. That's right, this was sorry, I genuinely don't know. I assume that opened the door up here, but I don't know if it did. Aha! Hey! It was 3 doors in a row! It was 3 freaking rock slime doors that you had to open to make the tunnel. But okay. Now we have the tunnel all the way through. Yeah, and that just is the exit. But okay. Let's just go find a random slime. Theoretically. I don't launch it into the abyss. Might need to do a more isolated experiment. There's too many other things around. Money! So, real quick. Pink! Pink, pink. Alright. I need to kidnap a slime for the experiment. You! Since you're about to explode in my face. We'll put you in here. You. Do you want to eat the shadow plort? Unfortunately, it does not appear that we can make shadow largos. He is showing it is not combining. Oh, I step away for 5 seconds! Goodness gracious. Think you can run. Gods forbid I look away for a moment. Well, I guess enjoy your bath after you helped me test that boom slime. Well, that kind of sucks, but it's not 100% surprising. I know one of the complaints that I've kind of heard being tossed around about Slime Rancher 2 is that it was more grindy than the original Slime Rancher. Which, the original Slime Rancher did have some really grindy stuff in the DLCs. Some really, like, repetitive things. But those were DLC, like, you didn't really have to engage with them if you didn't want to. I just dunked my head into the lava 7 Ways to Sunday. Had some really grindy stuff in the DLC, but ultimately, it is DLC. You know, if you didn't want to do it, you didn't have to do it. But it was some nice upgrades and, you know, like extra ranch space and things like that. So, like, it was really nice stuff. Stuff you wanted to do if you could. But it was annoying because it was grindy. Gosh darn it, this is why kids, watch your energy bar. But, you know, and I think that was, it was also free. DLC was free updates, so, like, people were mostly fine with it. But with this, it's kind of a part of the base game progression, I guess? So I think that's part of what's getting people, I guess, a little bit more miffed. Is that now the grindy aspects of the original Slime Rancher that were kind of relegated to DLC, that people could kind of, you know, oh, this isn't really something that appeals to me. I'm not interested. I'm just gonna avoid it. You know, just don't do that DLC. Now, that's the base game. That's the whole game. they can't avoid it. So I could see how that could potentially be annoying for people. Well, that doesn't look pretty. That appears to be very on fire and druggy. Guess I can see about getting some of the unstable plorts. I know I threw one over here too. Hmm. Okay, so the unstable stuff just kind of ejects out of your inventory after a while. And then shooting it through those rifts is how you make it stable. Okay. I get it, I get it. It is a really interesting system. That's a grind that I don't know if I 100% mind, because it feels like a grind you could optimize. Like, if the Prismaplorts are the... Like, she mentioned... Gigi mentioned in one of the conversations something about, like, the Prismaplorts being key to stuff with the Prismacore. And if they end up being really key... Like, if they end up being a part of the endgame grind, and, like, they also can't be combined into a slime or something, like, they also have to be grinded, I probably wouldn't mind that, because that's one that feels like something I could actually, like... You could plan for it and you could optimize it, and that could be kind of a fun challenge of figuring out how to make the most out of that time frame. You know, like what area you want to be in. And I mean, it also seemed like it turned the food that you brought with you into the unstable food. So there's also an argument, like, you could just bring, like, a certain food type with you to those Prisma rifts. Like, maybe there's a specific food that's the most beneficial. You know, bring a slime's favorite food, produce double plorts. Things like that, there's just interesting stuff. Like, there's feels like there's ways to optimize things. Whereas the shadow plorts just kind of feel annoying to be annoying. You know what I mean? Like, there's grinds in games where you can tell they're meant to just be a time sink. They're just there because they needed something to keep you playing for that little bit longer. And they decided that, you know, oh, we're gonna add this grind that requires... Oh, another GG place. But have this grind that takes... Yeah, you have to go to all these different places. They only spawn in a certain, you know, this certain group, and they jump all over the place. You have to throw stuff at them to get them to drop their plorts. You can't farm them in any way, and they only spawn where the Prisma events haven't happened, so you have to keep moving around. It forces you to explore and change tactics, but it's also just like, oh, bother. GG! Isn't it beautiful? Oh, okay. This is similar to this is the exact same set of questions as the other one. Map! I see the map in there. How do I get into this tower? Once again, I remind the audience, watch your energy bar. Which I say more to myself than anything else. You'd think after I've said it enough times it would actually stick. Let me in! Let me in! Oh, and now it's an unstable one here. Dang it! Grumble, 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 grumble. Okay. Oh, there's an entrance up there. I'm fine. I'm mostly just... I like collectathon games. I personally like playing games where I have to explore around and find all the little secrets and hidden stuff. That's fun to me. So in a game that has a grind, I don't necessarily mind a grind. But it has to be a grind that feels a bit substantial. Ooh, what is... What slime are you a pillar for? I don't recognize that. What are you? A Sloomber statue? What's a Sloomber slime? Also, I got into the tower. Haha! The map is mine! Eepee slime! I think it is an Eepee slime. Ooh, I see like purple. I wonder if it's something over there. I bet you it's gonna be through that shadow gate that we're gonna have to get through. I hope it is too, and I hope it's one that we can actually combine with things, because if it's an Eepee slime that we can't have at the farm, I'm gonna cry. I will actually sob. But alright, let's go over by that, where that purple zone is on the map. Are you kidding? You. No! Why must they all jump to their deaths? What an incredible view. So easy to get lost in the beauty of it. That is, until a prisma disruption turns it all to chaos. Yeah, finding your way around here is hard enough without them. I thought that might be the case, so I've been developing a gadget that should prove useful to you. I call it a disruption detector, and it does exactly that. Placing them around the labyrinth will tell you when a prisma disruption is about to happen in that area. It even works on your map. I'll give you one I made myself, as well as the blueprint, so you... I can words. Words are hard, okay? Leave me alone. Insert Swedish show. That is what I was going for, so I'm glad that came across. You're pretty. I'm trying to look over the edge, not fall off it. Oh, shadow statue. Well. I don't know what exactly that did for me, but I presume something up here. Oh, probably. Uvanta! Why? You're having fun with this, aren't you? Alright. Oh! Oh! Light puzzle! Haha! I'm prepared for this! I wonder if can I take these back? I'm working on puzzles. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. No zombies. Now wait a second. Oh. Darn shadow plants. Ooh, purple flowers. I've got a good feeling about this. I think this might be one of our missing slime types. Oh, look how pretty it is! Look at this place! This is absolutely gorgeous. Looks like we have more of the twin slimes down here. Oh. Dream bubbles! Dream a little dream. How idyllic and beautiful is this place? And in some ways, like, it kind of almost makes it all the creepier. Knowing that this is all artificial. That this was made. This was made to be this beautiful beautiful purple sleepy paradise. Well, or rather, I guess it should be clarified. It was made, the ruins, the area was made, and it's since been infected. Oh, it's a springboard. It's the Prismacore, all this purple. This isn't natural. This is like an infection that has taken over this place. So it's not that, you know, this area was like this naturally. It's that the Prismacore is trying to lull this whole area into its own eternal sleep. Ooh. Ghostly drone. Where are you going? Drone station module. Woohoo! Those are really valuable. We want to grab all of those that we can. Trying to see if there are new slimes, though. I've not caught sight of anything new. There is a something over there. You can see there's another light puzzle. Maybe they only come out at night. I feel like that makes sense. Oh, and it's another Prisma thing. Dagnabbit. Oh, these things follow me. Hey, Gigi. I like to call this place Dreamland. I used to make my way up here and while away the hours among the clouds. It's a nice place to forget about your problems. Is this where the labyrinth generates its atmosphere? Yes, I think so. Maybe even more. There's something different in the air here. It's hard to explain, but it feels almost as if the clouds and even the islands you stand on now are formed from the ether around you. Not built or assembled, but more gathered from tiny nothings in the air. I've spent a long time on these islands, and sometimes I swear I could begin to feel a kind of flow to it, like I was gaining control over it. One day I was feeling homesick while I sat there and thought about how when I was little I would be out in my mom's garden in the evening, and I would start to smell supper cooking from our house. I used to delight in seeing vegetables growing right in front of me while smelling their cooked aromas in the air. It felt like things were connected in a way. And then while I sat here, I closed my eyes trying to picture that garden again, and in that moment I swear I could smell supper cooking. When I opened my eyes, there was a new island in the distance ahead of me, and on it was the house I grew up in, but it was only there for a moment before fading into the clouds. I still don't know if it was real or not. Oh. Oh, that makes this place all the creepier. I used to have lots of dreams. I wanted to break free of the expectations my parents had for me. I wanted to be in charge of my own path. So I dreamed of running away and becoming whoever I wanted to be. I dreamed that one day they would see the person I became and be so happy for me, and everything would be fine somehow. It wouldn't matter whether I left them behind. When you're young, you sometimes don't see just how broken things are that are right in front of you. Your version of the world is like a foggy bathroom mirror, the shapes of things but not the details. I know now that my mom never got over my grandmother's passing. I didn't realize the pressure she felt to continue her legacy, and the sadness that just became part of her life, not until long ago, after I was gone too. Now I dream that someday I will make it back home, and somehow my parents will understand why I had to leave. I think that's always what it comes down to. You just want them to understand you. Watch your step out there. Dreams can come to an end just like that. Oh. That's... That takes things to a whole new level. Yeah, Gigi's a really interesting character. Hobson in the first game very much fell into the stereotypical, just like the old adventurer who's kind of done it all, seen it all, and doesn't really know where to go. And so now has decided that he's gonna spend his last adventure kind of setting the path for somebody else. Sort of leaving things behind. What's up here? Oh, this is where I came from. Actually, I can grab these. This one since, yeah, since that stays open. But yeah, it kind of gave that impression of just like, you know, oh, I've done everything, I've seen everything, I've lived my life. So now it's just time to bequeath it, you know, and he's chosen you as the successor. But Gigi, in contrast, as who's taking on that same role of the oh gosh, I have to get it like all the way around. How do I even do that? Okay, first things first, y'all need to move. so I'm gonna need 2 more at least. So I also need 2 for that. Wait. Hold on, what? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Wait, okay. This is gonna be a pain in the butt. But yeah, I need significantly more radiant projectors, so. I will leave these ones here. Looks like that might be the last zone anyways, so... What? Kids. Check your energy levels. But hey! We put the vac guard on! Which means 1 twin slime made it home. And it's probably good that we got back because it means we have the time to feed these guys before things get too messy. Okay. So now we'll feed the ones out here. And then we're gonna go over here. He's gonna be in a little bit of isolation because apparently he makes portals when he gets hungry. And I don't want to figure out what that means. Or when he gets really hungry. But okay. One twin slime made it home. It's a Christmas miracle. Alright. Floral slime stage. Allows you to let other slimes know who is unequivocally the prettiest slime in the garden. Aww. That's really cute. Oh, that's right. I need to check the... not warp tech, utilities. Where's the disruption detector? 10 Prismaplorts, 5 tin petals, 5 dream bubbles. That's not gonna do bugs. That's not too bad. We can probably make some of those at the start of next stream, since we now know where the dream bubbles are, and the Prismaplorts aren't too bad to get. We also might be able to make our first drone next time. We just need to get wild honey, which isn't too bad to get. It's just gotta run around the strand. But... and... we also have this archived logs on research drones thing to check out next time. Yeah, the drones were really good in the first game, but I'm not sure to what extent they've been changed in the second one. We do also... I definitely want to try and get the extra tank and the extra tank, the sensors. Maybe see if we can find some of the storage cells as well. Because these upgrades have to be around somewhere. Maybe these are behind some of the Gordos that we haven't done. That could potentially be something to work on as well, because we definitely still have some of those to pop open. Especially we have the Crystal Gordo and the Tabby Gordo up here. That both have stuff behind them. And then I think there's probably at least one more Gordo in the Ember Valley that I haven't found, because I think there were 4 in the Starlight Strand, and wait a minute. Unknown? What do you mean unknown? Huh. Interesting. But yeah, so we'll probably work on the getting some of the Gordos popped, seeing if some of the upgrades are behind those, getting some of the upgrades that we already have, and then also seeing if we can get some of the new slimes, like the twin ones and the Slumber slimes. The name is so cute. Slumber. I'm so sad we didn't get to see them. I died! Like a doofus. Ugh. That makes me sad. But we did learn some valuable things. I'm gonna keep these in slot 5. Here. Oh well, slot 1's fine too. But there's definitely still a lot to do. There's definitely at least one more zone, because there is also still one more plort type that's unaccounted for, because there's still the, like, gold fiery one. Ooh, Master Gordo Snare. That's tempting. There's still at least one more plort, one more Gordo, or one more plort type that we haven't seen, plus the question mark one that we just, there's no clue on. That doesn't seem to be tied to the labyrinth. There's still the whole mystery with the Prismacore and what's going to happen with that. And there's also just where the end game is going. And so there's still lots to do with Slime Rancher 2. We still have plenty to do. Looks like we have a couple of conversations on the NPC front. So let's talk to Victor. Hello, must tell you, I saw this item at Extreme Beatrix, and that's how I'd accidentally hit it with the sentience ray. But don't worry, everything's fine and very normal now. Oh, you should have been. She's got scarf streamers. Dora? Don't worry, I'll tell her. You quiet now, I'm talking to her. Hey, B. Hobson wanted you to have this. He says if you don't want it, it'll still make mighty fine kindling. Okay, now Hobson wants me to do drugs. Instead of Thora wanting me to do drugs. Okay. Hello, fellow human. Bob has it. Bob, are you getting into cooking? Bob. That's so nice. Bob's always had a hat. Bob just has a different hat. Covanta, you're silly. Bob's always had a hat. Has gifts for you. Yay! Chickens! Short magma clump. But yeah, see? Bob's always had a hat. He even has it in his little sprite. Yeah, he's got a new hat. That is correct. Bob has a different hat. But yeah, we made a lot of good progress. We've got some new slimes on the farm, like we have the rock boom slimes. We also have the first twin slime. There will hopefully be a couple more joining him at some point. If I don't die before getting back to the ranch. We also got a little further into the labyrinth. We have some of the new zones opened up. Got to see some of the new slime types. Like, we got to figure out what was going on with the Prisma plorts and the twin slimes, which I really like. I like the way that they work with the little portals that they make. They're gonna be super fun. And the get to see the Slumber slimes next time. That's gonna be super adorable. What other fun hats that slowly fluff women will find? I wonder that as well. I wonder what other hats Bob's going to find for himself. I hope he finds some good ones. He deserves a collection of good hats. I think he's going to get quite the wardrobe of hats. But yeah. I think that we got a lot done that stream. A lot of different zones, a lot of progress back at the ranch. We have a lot of progress in the in the actual storyline with Gigi, getting to learn more about her, about the Prismacore. I think that the actual story of Slime Rancher, it's definitely getting close to the end. And a few cute fun clips. Yes, you make my job easier for sure, which I appreciate. I may have to maybe I'll make one of those into the short for tomorrow. Thank you. As much as I tease, anytime people find clips like that, I always do like to see what other people find funny, because it may be different to what I find funny. And I'm always curious. And apparently in this particular stream, it was me consistently breaking into song. Which is a bad habit of mine. But alright, but I think we're gonna wrap things up here. We've been going for a little while at this point. It's getting late. I know I'm starting to yawn. I think it's been a successful stream. Yeah, I'm an episary. Episary. So this little snack's gonna go to sleep. Or at least start heading to bed anyways. Might not actually get to sleep for a while, but we'll at least make an attempt at sleep. But I hope everybody else has a great rest of your day, be it morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And continue making your way in this big blue sea that we call life. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your time. Bye-bye!